welcome back to Neighborhood Garage. I'm Mike Higbee.
I'm Mike Glover.
Today we're at Phil's and we're going to check out his S10.
Phil, come in here and show us this street rod. What is it? The Purple Rocket.
Purple Rocket. It's a 1989 S10. It's at an LS2 with twin turbos.
Let's check this engine out. It's awesome.
Cool. That'll work. Let me get out of mine.
Out here. Out of the way.
For all you S10 lovers, we told you it was coming and now it's here. Phil, tell us all about it. What size turbos this thing got? Just a little bit about it.
Yes, twin 68 millimeter turbos. Like I said, it's an all aluminum LS2. Intercooled. It has a Holley fuel injection.
When he says intercooled, what he means is he's got these coolant lines on here with a pump and an ice box in the back. It brings the water up here and circulates it through the intake. That way when the air comes in, it cools it off. Cool air means horsepower.
Exactly. Lots of horsepower. But basically, that's about it. It was a 3-year project. We had a lot of help from a lot of my friends, including Michael.
You run any nitrous on this thing?
No nitrous.
Turbos and nitrous.
How fast this thing been, Phil?
The fastest 8th mile it's been is 575 at 123, and the fastest quarter mile it went 903 at 133, and I had let off at 1,000 feet when it done that.
That's getting with it. So
It'll get with it.
So you think with a better tune and a better tire, you think you can go faster?
Oh, definitely. I would expect it to run mid to high 8s at 160 in a full quarter pass.
Sweet.
But
So what transmission you running?
we have a Power Glide that has a PTC converter, especially for turbo setup. 9-inch Ford rear end. 342 gears. It has
What kind of rear suspension?
Caltrax from a company out in California.
Coilovers or?
No, it's a leaf spring setup.
Okay, that's what I'm gonna put on mine.
Leaf springs. Of course, big everything in the back, just so it don't break.
Done any burnies in this? Little burnouts?
Oh yeah,
I bet that's
it'll
right.
do that. The most economical part about the whole thing is the fuel it runs on, which is the E85. I think the last time I looked, it was $1.65 a gallon. That's about as good a cheap as
That's
race
cheap.
fuel as you can get.
No doubt.
So let's get a closer look at this motor and look at this truck. Kind of walk around it. So on this truck, he's got a race pack, and what's really cool about it is just a tap of a computer, you can control all the tune on this truck. And what's really neat is it's got these boost controllers for the twin turbos. And so what it does is it's got a air pressure line that goes to the wastegate, and it puts pressure on it. So you could set this thing anywhere from 8 pounds to 30 pounds PSI to make boost.
Right on. What about the cage in this? What did you do there, Phil? Is it like 8 point, 6 point?
I think it's actually just a 4 point.
4 point? Okay.
But it's got a dash bar,
Right.
the X bars,
Right.
and then a main hoop.
Right. Cool.
So
Cool. And meaties on the back. What back?
So what size tire you run, Phil?
these are 28 10.5s. I've got a set of street tires. These are the slicks right now, but I have street tires, and then I have burnout tires, and
You got all kinds of tires.
yeah. They're too expensive to do different.
So you
things
got
with.
fuel cell here, water, ice box here, obviously.
Yep, had to put a little weight in it.
Cool.
So come check out this white ice box back here. This is what I was talking about earlier. Twist this lid off, put ice in here and water, and it circulates through a pump. It goes back to the front of the motor, goes in the intake, cools it off. That way when that hot air comes in, it cools it off and let the horsepower roll.
That's right.
How many gallon fuel cell you got, Phil?
That's 12.
12 gallon.
You got to put fuel in it quite often.
Tell us about these weights. What's going on here?
Well, when I set this up on the scales, Caltrax told me it needed to be 50-50 front and rear weight, and I could only get 46% rear weight, and I had to add 300 pounds to get it to be 50-50.
Wow.
Wow.
So, and what kind of shock you run?
Those are 5-way adjustables. They are also Caltrax. It was a kit. You bought everything from them.
Sweet. So it was just a plug and play bolt on deal.
Pretty much.
Good deal. Well, hey, you mind starting this thing up for us? Let us hear it.
Nah, we'll start it right up. Maybe.
LS power.
That's right.
So Phil, what inspired you to build this truck?
A show called Street Outlaws. I wanted to go race with those guys, but by the time I got it built, it was too slow.
Oh, I wouldn't say it's slow. So what's your plans for this next year?
Just to get the tranny freshened up and just go play with it.
Bang around on it, huh?
Yep.
All right.
Right on.
Well, thanks for watching us today. Like us on Facebook. Check us out on Instagram. Send us your what you're working on and your comments. And
We'll see you next time on Neighborhood Garage.